Hello everyone, this is European American back with another video. In this video, I will be explaining why democracy is a failure. Now, most Americans would argue that democracy is amazing, that it has saved America, that it's the best system possible, but I would argue that it is not. Because look who won in 2016. Trump won in 2016, but still, 2016 through 2020, we've seen the most censorship in American history. We've seen anti-American and anti-white rhetoric rise, and all of this under a Republican president. We've seen the left lie to our youth through the education system. Now, most of the youth, and I've seen it all throughout this country, the youth is indoctrinated. They've been taught that American history should be erased because it's nothing but a bunch of racism. That America doesn't really matter. We've never been a great country. That communism is good, capitalism is bad. They've been taught to hate their own country. I could go on and on and on, but I do not see a future for America because the youth doesn't think that America matters. You can be immoral because that's your freedom. And I see the bankers fund terrorist organizations like Black Lives Matter and Antifa, but not true Americans. They will not fund any real Americans, but they will fund the corrupt leftists and the monopoly men. I see big tech, they will censor us. And as I've said in previous videos, they've censored me on every single social media platform because I simply have a message that puts America first. And they hate that message. So YouTube is the only form of social media I have left, and I bet you that I'll be banned pretty soon because I will never stop putting out the message that we should always put America first. And even after all that, the monopoly men, they'll have control. The big business, Wall Street controlled monopolies. I'm just going to say, it's not cool to shill for Wall Street. Giving them all the power, giving the money men all the power, that's not going to save America. So Republicans put Wall Street first. Democrats put communism first. No one puts America first. And this is why democracy is a failure. Because of somehow a president who puts America first wins, like Donald Trump, the American people still get censored. The bankers will still do what they do best. The education system will still indoctrinate our youth. And we can't really do anything about it. Can you vote out Mark Zuckerberg? Can you vote out Jeff Bezos? Can you vote out corrupt professors? No, you can't. You can't do anything against them. This is why democracy is a failure. You're never going to save America with this weak system. But I propose something that is very similar to Austrofascism. Under Dollfuss, Austria prospered. He didn't murder everyone he didn't like Hitler. We're not going to be insane Nazis. But we are going to be America first. Because in Austria, they protected Catholicism. They put Austria first. They banned communism. They kicked out the Nazi terrorists. They destroyed all the immoral, perverted trash that was being displayed in the theater, much like Hollywood is today. They're a bunch of immoral pieces of garbage. So we need to get rid of Hollywood. Get rid of the degenerate films that are teaching that degeneracy is A-okay and killing morality is freedom. All that stuff. That is not the correct message that we should be sending to the American people. Secondly, Dollfuss made a populist and corporatist economic system. He didn't allow corrupt monopolies to control America, because that's capitalism. Even though we have a capitalist society right now, we have a few socialist policies, but still, monopolies have the control, like Facebook, big tech. So total capitalism is a failure. They'll let monopolies have control. But then total communism is even worse. They'll distribute everyone's money and make everyone equally as poor. That's what Biden will do. Biden will make people equally poor, and the Republicans will want to put big business above everything else. So that's why Dollfuss presented a populist and corporatist system. We aren't communists. We don't want to destroy the economic classes, but we also aren't capitalists. We don't want one class over the others. We want to unite all the classes to fight for America first. So, of course, you can make your life good. You can have your own property. Like, we're not going to take that away, of course, but we're going to make sure that America is benefited as a society, not just a few monopoly men. That's what we need to do. This is Austrofascism. Populist economics, destroy degeneracy, destroy communism. Sure, freedom allows everyone to have their own opinions, but when your opinion is death to America, that America needs to burn to the ground and we're going to let Antifa and Black Lives Matter cause chaos and anarchy, and then we're going to steal elections, and so much more that the Democrats do. They want to murder children. They want to expand communism. They want to erase our history. I could go on and on again, on and on about what they want to do. If we allow that to happen, America's done for. So we need to have a little more power in the federal government to take down traitors like them. That's what Austrofascism is. It's not democracy. We're not going to let whatever the heck happen. And we're not going to let total democracy have power. And this isn't even what the founders intended for. They wanted a federal republic, not a total democracy. They didn't want everyone to vote. They didn't want every single person to have the power. They wanted landowners to have the power because they knew those people knew America's problems. They knew about politics. They knew what was right for America. The people who wanted to put America first could vote. That's a federal republic. And that's the way we need to make it again. So I propose that we shift from this total democratic nonsense that we have morphed into and return back to what the founders intended. A federal republic, similar to Austrofascism, preserve faith, family, and fatherland, protect the country. This is what the founders intended, and this is what America should be, a federal republic.